Voters in New York cast their primary ballots today for president. Turnout has been steady, but New York does not allow late registration or independents to vote today, and that could be bad news for Bernie Sanders. Hillary Clinton now just needs 34% of delegates to be the nominee. Donald Trump still charging his party's process is rigged to let others get the nomination if Trump can't get on the first ballot, which Ted Cruz and John Kasich hope they can get the nomination, still hoping. And we are continuing this conversation with Larry Kabrowski with the GOP, Brady Quirk-Garvin with the Democrats. We appreciate you guys joining us today.
Absolutely.
So, gentlemen, thanks for being here. What's at stake tonight?
Well, I think. Oh, go ahead.
It's a big day for both sides, I think. I mean, they both have a lot at stake. For Trump, his whole game plan is to get to 1237 prior to the convention. And this is a big step for him because if he wins, he hopes to get all 95. And he hopes to get over 50%. This is his home state. If he does that and win each congressional district, he gets everything. And then a week from today, we have the so-called Yankee primary with Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland, about 5 states. And he's leading all those, so that he wants the trajectory to get there because you need a majority. And obviously, if he got to the point where if he doesn't get that, it's unlikely that he'll be the nominee. So a tremendous amount at stake. And then who comes in second on our side?
Well, we know Trump is shaking up his campaign staff a little bit today. I mean, is he really trying to regain his footing right now?
Well, I think he needs to really concentrate on the delegate math because each state it's not like most people that go there and vote, they think the person with the most vote wins. And if you're a primary voter, that's what you expect. But we have 50 states. They all have different rules. And some states it's winner takes all. Some it's proportional. And then, you know, it's based on the state reflecting the primary. But then what happens after they're bound for the first round?
And I think that's going to be one of the issues moving into the convention. You know, I think for the Democrats, by the time we get to the convention, we'll have a known nominee. And the question will be for Republicans, they have a front runner who maybe didn't quite hit the full mark, but if is close enough, the question's going to be, you know, is the party elite going to try and pull the rug from under him and take that from him? So I think it'll be very interesting to watch what happens tonight.
Well, we have, the Democratic side has like 728 superdelegates that aren't even elected. I think the problem, you know, I ran once for office and we had 10 people run for Congress, and then you have a runoff between the top 2. And if you think about it, it's really difficult. How do you do that on a national level? Ideally, you would have a national runoff between the top 2 candidates if you don't have a majority, but it's almost an impossibility to do that. And that's why it's so arcane. Each state's different, but Republicans, we believe in federalism, just like each state can do their own thing. And, well, that's reflected in the state parties.
And looking at the campaigns closely now, Hillary Clinton says the race is close to impossible for Bernie Sanders. So now she's asking Sanders to stop all the harsh criticism. What do you think about that?
Well, there's no way that happens. I mean, you know, when she ran in 2008, she stayed in till the end, even though it was clear Barack Obama was going to be the nominee. I think it's reasonable and fine that she sets those expectations, but I wouldn't hold my breath waiting for it. But it is clear, you know, we're on the Democratic side, we're getting towards the end, and Hillary Clinton is very likely to be our nominee.
We are running low on time, I'm sorry, but first of all, I want to ask you, do you think we're going to have a second ballot at the convention, yes or no?
I think we
will.
will.
No question about it, GOP?
It looks like this, unless he runs the table today and next week
50%.
in California and New Jersey. It'll probably come down to June 7th because you have New Jersey and California winner take all. So it'd be hard if he wins everything between now and then. He may be able to pull it off, but that's a pretty hard roll to travel.
Be interesting to look at those numbers. Of course, Larry and Brady will be here tonight at 10 and 11 to discuss the polling, which closes at 9 o'clock in New York. Fellas, we appreciate you joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
All right.